don't know it. I don't know anything about it. All I know is like when we started doing Below Deck, Sean, I forget her name now, but she was like the Jessica. She was the stew that was like all about astrological.
Oh, was that her name from Below Deck Legacy?
No, Below Deck Med.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was Jessica. She was big horoscope person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big horoscope. And she like kept talking about like how she's a Gemini and how that means she has to like act out or all this. I don't know what it was, but when I heard Chuck say he was a Gemini, I was just like, all right, here we go. Just someone who is going to act shitty and then say that it's because of their astrological sign they're allowed to act shitty. And guess what? This guy sucks. He sucks the whole time. He starts off by talking Ashley's ear off while Ashley is like unpacking his stuff while he's laying on the bed, which first of all, not a good look, man. Like, I don't care how much money I have or like what power I'm in. I'm not gonna have somebody like take clothing out of my bag while I'm just laying there. Although
it's a weird move, but especially while you're in the room. Yeah. What he was talking to her about Florida, about the snowbirds.
Yeah.
It's like were you not expecting that? So people travel to Florida in the winter? Like
yeah.
That's the only drawback. Like how was he not expecting that? Yeah.
It's really weird too, because remember last year where Cindy, the mom, was talking off another stew's ear while she was unpacking?
Allie, yeah.
Allie. It's almost like this is a theme with these people, mainly because they just like to talk while other people do their bidding. I don't know. But there was another couple things. John, so you want to talk about the food a little bit? I actually think, and the first time we're mentioning him, but he had an interesting episode, Marcos. So Marcos basically called them out, like not in front of them, but he's basically just like, these people don't have like sophisticated palates. Like he brought up like a good menu for them. He's like, oh yeah, well, I've got some gazpacho. And then Chuck's just like in the background being like, gross. No, gazpacho, that sounds terrible. It's like, shut up, Chuck. You don't know what gazpacho. He doesn't even know what gazpacho is. I'm 100%
I don't
right?
get 100%. I don't get if you're on like a special 3-day vacation, why you like worry about your diet for those 3 days. Like who cares if there's a few carbs in there?
Yeah.
You're right. This is like a once in a lifetime trip.
That's right. Like Daisy was like listing off all the whatever they were serving for dinner. And then what Sydney's just like, sounds like a bunch of carbs. It's like, and no meat. And then like Daisy's like, no, there is meat. You just didn't know what the meat was, right? Like there was meat in that dinner. It was just like she actually just didn't know what the meat's name was, which is like maybe Marcos is just right. These people are just like, kind of like I guess they have money, but like their palates aren't sophisticated.
Yeah, he's calling them like they're like rich white trash. Yeah.
In a nice way. Sean, have you ever ordered a steak medium plus?
I didn't. So,
and you're in restaurants, you tell me, is medium plus a thing?
I think so. If you go to like a very high end steakhouse, she wanted medium well done though. She wanted no pink. I think a medium plus would have a very like slight hint of pink.
I think that there's like a negative stigma into saying you want your like meat done well,
which I don't necessarily think there should be. So like I'm a medium rare guy. John, I believe you are too, right?
I am, yeah.
But like if it's your steak, you're the one eating it. If you want a little bit more well, I don't think there's like chefs get really dramatic about that. If they're the one eating the steak, cook it for them a little bit more. I don't think it's a huge deal, but you got to know what your steak order is. Medium plus is a weird order, and
it's not an order.
It's not really an order. And she wanted a medium well done though, because when she sends it back, it's like no pink at all. That's well done, I think.
Yeah, that's well done. Yeah, it's a terrible way to eat a steak, as far as I'm concerned.
John, I guess we should note during that dinner, Chuck says it's one of his top 5 dinners ever at the time.
Yep.
That came out of his mouth.
Yes, that did. He said he had a piece of fat and then he had a piece of like the meat and he loved it. I'm not sure where this guy's going. I don't know if he's just like, he's got like something going on, like stressful, bipolar. I don't know.
He's a Gemini, John. Like that's.
Yeah, he's a Gemini. That's true. He's like, what are Gemini like? Are they like two-faced or something? I'm literally making this up.
I think they're the, we don't want to lose all of our May and
Gemini
June,
listeners.
all of our May and June baby audience members. I think that's it. Yeah, they're like the twins. And that's all I got. I think they're them, Geminis. People are gonna say mad at us. Geminis and Leos. Geminis and Leos are like the extroverts, I think.
Okay.
I'm a Capricorn and I'm a girl boss, as I learned on Politic Med from Lexi.
Yep.
John, what are you?
I think I'm I don't know, like late March. Is that an Aries?
Ooh, okay. I think you guys are like fierce.
All right, that sounds good.
We'll address this some other.
Yeah,
your birthday week we'll celebrate and kind of we'll look into that a little bit.
Yeah, at the time. So I just like I kind of like had it up to here with these people. Erica was wearing a Biden bathing suit. And what I thought was interesting was last time she had people on, one of her friends had a Trump bikini. So maybe she was just balancing it out, so, from a tatas for Trump to a Biden bikini. And what I think is really interesting, I haven't really seen much like Biden wear. Like, I know like Trump had a big like store for like wear, like you could go on like his website, like probably go to like White House, whatever. And it would just bring you to like his like website where you can buy stuff. But like, I hadn't seen anything for Biden. And so this is like, you have to go out of your way to get this, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, John, there's actually in Latham, New York, there was a Trump store during the pandemic.
Yep.
It was open for 6 months. And look, I mean, it's upstate New York, but I think it was a blue county. I don't know. It was there though.
Yep.
So John, I was actually at first when I saw the Biden bikini, I was thinking, wait, I thought Erica was the one that wore the Trump bikini before. No, that's not. You're absolutely right. It was her friend. But at first, I'm thinking like, hey, maybe Erica just roots for whoever's in power. Like she respects the office that much that she becomes a super fan of like whoever is the president. Unfortunately, no, I think she's trying to balance out her friend. I'm guessing she probably made the bikini.
I think so. Like self-made.
Right. We're not political on the podcast. I'm not saying that there's not that no one would want to wear a Biden bikini, but I'm thinking it's self-made.
Yeah.
I think, because you're right. Like Trump, Obama, I think Reagan even. Yeah, there's some gear for them. You never saw a Clinton or a Bush t-shirt in the wild.
Right. Some presidents are like gear guys. Some presidents aren't gear guys. I would say Biden is on the non-gear guy category. So if for you to have a bathing suit of it, maybe you did get it made. I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting to see that because you go from like, these are the only two people I've ever seen wear a bikini that had like a president on it, and they're part of the same crew. So who knows?
I was really hoping Erica was the one wearing the Trump bikini. I realized halfway through the episode, but I was hoping she just switched.
She just bets on winners.
Front runner,
yeah. Sean, so obviously the dinner, whatever, Erica sends her food back, which when Erica said, I hate to do, she goes, I hate to do this, and she's returning her food. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my entire life. Erica loves returning food. That is her, like, if you like gun to her head, that is her top 5 favorite things, is probably returning food. It's unbelievable.
Have you ever had dinner with like a difficult person? Like, I have a family member that sends food back all the time.
Yeah.
it ruins it. It makes the rest of the meal so awkward.
It does, because then you're eating slow because you want them to still have some of the food when they get here. It's just a nightmare. I I I I think one time I guarantee there was a time where I got the wrong dish and I just like I told the server, but I ate it anyway. Like I was like, hey man, like I definitely didn't order this, but like there's like 5 other people at this table. So just like I'm gonna take it, you know?
We're gonna I'm gonna power through here for everyone
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erica's never done that. But in like, okay, so then Erica tells Daisy, and this is on the preference sheet, we're not gonna eat again until like tomorrow at 11 a.m. for like a beach brunch.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever seen a beach like a beach picnic breakfast before. But
No, because it's tougher because like what's the shelf life on a pancake? Like 90 seconds?
it's not, yeah, those get cold fast.
Yeah.
You gotta keep those warm. Eggs, you gotta
Eggs? I don't think so. I mean, you got to sterno those bad boys, and then they get like,
yeah.
not great. What are you gonna get, a over easy egg and then get it shipped over?
Yeah, you're right.
So I think it's fruit. I bet it'll be like pretty like fruit forward, yogurt, fruit,
Frittatas.
yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, then then everyone wants to eat, and it was like it was almost like I know when Chuck came up and he was talking about how he was hungry. He made it seem like everyone made the conscious decision to withhold food from him, and he asked it like so rudely. Like I forget the exact wording, but he's basically like, "Why is it that I can't eat until 11? Who made the decision that I can't eat until 11? I can't have food in my stomach." It's like, dude, I don't like. And then Daisy's like, "Well, we can make you whatever you want. What do you want?" And he's just like, he has no answer.
Omelet, and like she has to get out of him what he wants in the omelet.
Even omelet, she was like, "Do you want French toast? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want omelet?" He's like, "Okay, omelet. What do you want in it?" And she names like what, a couple things at random, and he's like, "Yes, that."
Yeah, and then so tomatoes end up in Chuck's omelet, which I think Marcos is like, all right, this is gonna be a boring omelet. I'm gonna add a little bit to it to make this better.
Yeah.
And it basically Chuck said the worst vacation of his life after he sees those tomatoes, because now the steak the night before was worse than Chili's. Yeah. And also, I gotta tell you, man, Erica's mom, Cindy,
yeah,
really mean.
Yeah, she's no cup of tea.
Not a fan. Because so she brought up Chili's, he did, and she said it was worse than Chili's.
No.
And then Erica gets in there, is like, yeah, you guys have to tell them that the steak dinner the night before sucked. So now, but now Chuck's saying he said he liked the steak to be nice.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I've been drinking. It was nice," but like, dude, I just don't get this guy. Like, he's obviously just like trying to like stir something up, right?
Yeah, he's one of the most irritating guys I've ever met on the show.
Yeah, it even got to the point where he was like, "Oh, tomatoes. I hate tomatoes." Wasn't he the guy that said he ate everything? Like on his preference sheet, like it was like things I don't eat. It was like nothing.
Then he compares
it's a great preference sheet, but
he also said he ate better food at ballparks. I feel like, come on, when are you getting an omelet at a ballpark? What are we talking about here?
If that's true, what ballparks are you going to? That'd be great. I would go to that ballpark. But he basically determined he didn't want the omelet before he even got it. He's like, all right, like he gave the omelet away. Then he got the second one that had exactly what he wanted in it. And he's like, all right, let me taste this. I'm going to hate it. And then he gets like one bite and he goes, "Oh, this is terrible. I've had better food at ballparks." Like you said, like, no, man, you have not. Well, I don't know, like a Dodger dog, maybe? No.
I think Dodger Stadium's known for really good food, but I'm sure it's fine. Like I'm sure they have like a Chipotle in there, and then maybe some like a few high end like a Wolfgang Pucks thing.
Sure. Yeah.
But like they don't send any of the good chefs there. It's
he's just like the worst, man. Like I think he might be Remember that guy from like last season that was just like he was just drinking and then he had his dinner off like the back of the bow. I think it
Oh
was like
yeah.
Legacy, and like things